Before watching this video about how to add and subtract polynomials, feel free to watch my video, Intro to Polynomials and Polynomial Exercises for better understanding. Let's say we have the polynomials 2x squared plus 3x plus 4 and 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. The first step when adding polynomials is to find the terms in both polynomials which have the same variable raised to the same power. In other words, find every term which has something with x squared first. We see that the terms 2x squared and 3x squared have the same variable x, which is raised to the same power too. So we can add 2x squared and 3x squared, which means we add the coefficients 2 and 3, which is 5, and we keep the x squared. Again, we're looking for all terms where something is multiplied with x squared. The terms where something is multiplied with x squared are 2x squared and 3x squared. We also call this combining like terms. So when adding polynomials, we basically combine like terms. We combine the terms with x squared. Let's combine the terms with x. With x we have 3x and 2x. So we add the 3 and the 2 and keep the x, which gives us then 5x. Up until now we combine the terms with x squared and the terms with x. The last thing we have to do is to combine the terms with the numbers, which are 4 and 1. So 4 plus 1 is 5. And we are done with adding the polynomials 2x squared plus 3x plus 4 and 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. Let's look at another example and add the polynomials 2x cubed plus x squared plus 3 and 3x squared plus x minus 1. Again, the first step is to find terms in both polynomials which have the same variable raised to the same powers. Let's start with 2x cubed. Do we have another term with x cubed? Unfortunately not, but that's not a problem. We just keep the 2x cubed. Let's move on to the next term, which is x squared. Do we have another term with x squared? Yes, we have 3x squared. So let's combine these two terms. X squared plus 3x squared is 4x squared. Let's look at the next term, which is 3. Do we have any other constant? By the way, a constant is just a number without a variable. Yes, we have the negative 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Is anything left over? Yes, the x. Just keep it and we are done with this problem. As a beginner, you can mark the terms which you have already combined. So you don't forget leftover terms. Let's say we have the polynomials 5x squared plus 7 and x squared minus x minus 3. And we are going to add them. Five x squared plus x squared is 6x squared, We keep the negative x, and 7 minus 3 is 4. Let's solve the last example where we add polynomials. Negative 3x squared plus x squared plus 3x minus 7. Negative 3x squared plus x squared is negative 2x squared. X plus 3x is 4x. And we keep the negative 7. Let's do the same examples with subtracting. The only difference when subtracting polynomials instead of adding them is to put parentheses around the polynomial which you subtract. The next step is to remove the parentheses with the negative sign in front. We do that by flipping every sign in front of each term inside the parentheses. So 3x squared becomes negative 3x squared. 2x becomes negative 2x. And 1 becomes negative 1. This is the only difference when subtracting polynomials instead of adding them. From here on, you can keep going like you're adding polynomials. Feel free to pause the video and try it yourself. 2x squared minus 3x squared is negative x squared. 3x minus 2x is x. 4 minus 1 is 3. Let's look at the next example. Again, the first step is important. When we subtract polynomials, we have to put parentheses. The next step is to remove the parentheses with a negative sign in front and flip every sign in front of each term inside the parentheses. So 3x squared becomes negative 3x squared. X becomes negative x. And negative 1 becomes 1. We keep the 2x cubed. X squared minus 3x squared is negative 2x squared. We keep the negative x, and 3 plus 1 is 4. In our next example, we keep the first polynomial and flip every sign in front of each term inside the parentheses. So we get negative x squared plus x plus 3. 5x squared minus x squared is 4x squared. We keep the x, and 7 plus 3 is 10. In our next example, we get negative 3x squared plus x minus x squared minus 3x plus 7. Minus 3x squared minus x squared is minus 4x squared. X minus 3x is minus 2x, and we keep the 7. Let's do a quick recap. Adding and subtracting polynomials is simple. It's basically the same as combining like terms. The only thing you have to be careful of is that you have to put parentheses around the second polynomial when subtracting. Also make sure that you don't forget terms while combining them. As a beginner, you can mark the terms which you have already combined. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. This video is what I did for you. If you want to do something for me, hit the bell button, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and happy learning, everyone.